Hours ago, Congresswoman Amelia Sykes of Ohio's 13th District introduced bipartisan legislation for de-escalation training for law enforcement.
Yeah, this announcement comes 2 years to the date that 8 Akron police officers shot and killed Jaylen Walker. And this morning, the Congresswoman spoke exclusively to our Danielle Wiggins about how the bill aims to equip officers as well as build trust.
His name! Jaylen Walker! Well, the most important thing about this legislation, it came directly from the people in Ohio's 13th Congressional District.
In a 3 News exclusive, Congresswoman Amelia Sykes, who represents nearly 800,000 people in areas including Akron and Canton, shares how she's fighting for new legislation she just introduced Thursday afternoon.
One of the conversations that I heard from my constituents in Canton was, we want to see more de-escalation training.
The bipartisan bill, called the Law Enforcement Scenario-Based Training for Safety and De-Escalation Act of 2024, would require the U.S. Department of Justice to create real-life scenario-based training curriculum for law enforcement, giving them the resources they need to de-escalate situations that could turn deadly.
Whether it's dealing with people with mental illness, with extremely violent situations, with folks who are struggling with addiction, and giving them the tools in order to de-escalate situations so that they can go home and that citizen can go home to their families or get the help that they need is what we would like to see.
Justice for Jaylen!
The bill is being introduced 2 years to the date 8 Akron police officers shot and killed Jaylen Walker.
Black Lives Matter!
Erupting protests in the city.
Now, if this legislation was in effect when the shooting death of Jaylen Walker occurred, do you believe that there would have been a change in that outcome?
So I don't know if I could have changed history, and I don't know if I can predict what would have happened. But one thing I know moving forward is when we have better information and we can provide law enforcement with the tools that they need to keep everyone safe, we should have better outcomes.
The bill would also create a grant program for training. The original co-sponsors with Congresswoman Sykes are fellow Democrat Maryland Congressman Glenn Ivey and Republican Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania and Don Bacon of Nebraska. Congresswoman Sykes says there's companion legislation already in the Senate. In the newsroom, Danielle Wiggins, 3 News.